Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for deep dives into global affairs, human rights, and international issues that actually affect our everyday lives. Today we're talking about something that a lot of people think they know, but few actually understand in depth, and that is the United Nations, or more specifically, its 3 pillars. These 3 pillars are the foundation of everything the UN does, from peacekeeping to humanitarian aid to fighting climate change. And the crazy part? Whether you live in New York, Nairobi, or New Delhi, the impact of these pillars reaches you. Let's start with a bit of history. The United Nations was founded in 1945, right after the devastation of World War II. The world had just seen 2 catastrophic wars within a span of 3 decades. Millions had died, economies collapsed. There was one clear message: never again. So world leaders came together, 51 countries at the time, and created the United Nations. Their mission? To maintain peace and security, protect human rights, and improve the lives of people everywhere. Fast forward to today, and the UN has grown to 193 member states, pretty much every country on Earth. But to carry out its mission, the UN relies on 3 central pillars. Understanding these pillars helps us understand how the UN operates, and more importantly, how it affects us. This is arguably the UN's most well-known function, maintaining international peace and security. What does that mean in real terms? Well, it involves things like deploying peacekeeping forces to conflict zones, facilitating negotiations between warring countries, enforcing arms embargoes and sanctions, preventing nuclear proliferation. The UN Security Council plays a major role here. It has the authority to make binding decisions that member states must follow. Think of it as the emergency room for international relations. But peace isn't just the absence of war. It's also about preventing conflict before it starts, through mediation, diplomacy, and early warning systems. It's a proactive and reactive role. The second pillar is all about human dignity. After the horrors of the Holocaust and other wartime atrocities, the world needed a common standard, something to protect individuals from oppression, violence, and discrimination. This gave birth to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, a milestone document drafted by a diverse group of nations, led by figures like Eleanor Roosevelt. The UN's human rights work includes monitoring abuses worldwide, investigating crimes like genocide or torture, supporting free and fair elections, promoting gender equality and protecting marginalized communities. Agencies like the UN Human Rights Council, UNICEF, and UN Women work to ensure that rights aren't just words on paper, but a reality on the ground. Human rights aren't someone else's problem. They're universal, and the UN helps make sure they're respected. The third pillar is development, building a better future. This includes fighting poverty, promoting education, ensuring access to healthcare and clean water, and addressing climate change. All of this falls under the umbrella of development. The UN launched the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, in 2015, a bold set of 17 goals to be achieved by 2030. These include no poverty, zero hunger, quality education, clean energy, climate action. Agencies like UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, and WHO, World Health Organization, work across the globe to turn these goals into reality. And development isn't charity. It's about empowerment, helping nations build strong institutions, resilient infrastructure, and inclusive economies. You might be wondering, why should I care about any of this? Well, here's the deal. Without peace and security, conflicts spill over into neighboring countries, disrupt trade, create refugee crises, and lead to humanitarian disasters. Without human rights, people suffer under authoritarian regimes, minority groups are persecuted, and injustices go unchecked. And without sustainable development, poverty cycles continue. Children go without education, and we all face the consequences of climate change and economic instability. These pillars are interconnected. You can't have peace without justice. You can't have development without rights. And you can't protect rights in a war zone. That's why the United Nations sees these pillars as equally important. They don't work in isolation. They support each other. So here's why this matters. You live on this planet. You may never attend a UN summit. You may never work in peacekeeping or international development. But your country, your economy, and your rights are all shaped by the global system the UN helps maintain. Knowing about these 3 pillars gives you a deeper understanding of global events, a greater appreciation for international cooperation, and the ability to speak up when these principles are ignored. The world is more connected than ever, and that means global challenges need global solutions. The United Nations, with all its flaws and limitations, is still the best shot we have at tackling these issues together. And that's something worth knowing. If you found this discussion helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Which of the 3 pillars do you think is the most important today, and why? Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay curious, and keep thinking globally.